You're watching Much Money, the nation's money station.
I'm 80s legend Dolla Bill, and this is the show where we talk about rock and rolling in it. Arkells are arguably the biggest band in Canada, selling out arenas from coast to coast. One thing that no one can argue is the work ethic that got them there. I recently caught up with them to talk about the business side of show business.
Thanks for coming. How's it going, guys? It's Dolla Bill here in the Much Money environment. I'm here with Tim and Max from the Arkells. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you doing?
Oh, great, thanks for having us, Mr. Bill.
What are some of the ways you guys save money as a young band?
Well, we've always thought about our band as a little family business, and we're lucky that each one of us has a different skill set to offer to the operation. So in the early days, Nick, whose father's an accountant, he inherited those skills, and he'd collect the money at the end of the gig and deposit it in the bank. He'd hold on to the receipts so we could write things off. Mike has always had a passion for graphic design, so our earliest tour posters and album covers he designed, and he still does that to this day. Tim, he's a sound engineer. He went to school for this, so we could do all of our recording for free.
Yeah, some early demos and writing, was very helpful.
We did it in your basement.
Yeah, and Max is very unafraid to ask for favors.
Yeah, I'm a good schmoozer.
It's quite yeah.
You can't go to school for that, but it also helps the cause.
When you started making money, what was the first luxury you guys bought?
I've added, after about 10 years of touring, I added a second crash cymbal. Because, that was quite the luxury.
Fancy boy.
Nice.
You know what? I got a Vitamix. I got the refurbished one, though, to be totally honest. The full price is like $7.49. Refurbished, you can get them from the Vitamix website for like $3.99.
Financially, they might be conservative, but the boys also recognize sometimes you have to spend money to make money.
What is it important to spend money on?
Sometimes you have to invest in traveling a little bit more comfortably. Before, we used to all sleep in one hotel room, and then we graduated to two to a bed, and then now we each get our own bed. And those are investments that we make because getting a good night's sleep is important when you do as much touring as we do.
What's a tour bus cost?
To rent per day, I think it's about $1,000.
What?
And that doesn't, I know it's expensive. But for us, given how much touring we do, we found it to be a really worthy investment because the tour bus drives overnight. It leaves the gig at 1 in the morning, and then you'll get to the next city at about 6 a.m. typically. And it allows you to go to the morning radio station and perform on air, and it allows you to do a lot of press while you're in that city to make the most of the day.
What's the most expensive thing on the road?
Our sign?
Yeah, our sign. So we have a sign that says it's an Arkells touring band sign that lights up and can do different things, a lot of different colors in it, and it's probably, how big is it?
It's 16 feet long.
16 feet.
16 feet long.
From the ground up. Even though they're at the stage where they can afford extras like a 16-foot sign, doesn't mean that they've lost the hustle that got them here. Arkells are relentless when it comes to posting online and interacting directly with their fans.
What's the value of social media?
It's an important part of the business. One thing that I think particularly proud of is our cheapest ideas often are the ones that have the most legs.
So billboard.
Yeah, so the billboard. So we to debut a new song, American Screams, which has a lyric about a billboard in America. We found a billboard in America, and the person who leased it to us happened to be an Arkells fan. He gave it to us for $300.
What?
Yeah, for like 4 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and Mike designed the billboard itself,
Yeah.
and they put it up. And that ended up being a bit of a news story. It was something that our fans could drive to and take photos with. They could call in and listen to the song. So it checked off a bunch of boxes where it was like, it looked good on social media, it let people know that there's a new song out. We end up using that phone number as a request line on the tour. So there's a lot of ways you can let people know that there's a show coming.
At this stage, do you guys feel like you can coast a bit, or?
There's no retirement fund for musicians typically, so I think you kind of have to look ahead.
Yeah, we don't have a pension.
If you're fortunate enough to have some success, I think you have to be pretty, reasonable about the amount of years that may or may not last, and hope that you can come out on the other side with a little bit of a nest egg.
Sing it! Fortunately for their legions of fans, Arkells have no plans to dip into the retirement fund anytime soon. Guys, Arkells.
Thank you, Dolla.
Your 2 Cents is produced by Canadianity Content Studios. If you have a story idea, email us, ideas@yourtwocentsTV.com. And find us on all social platforms here.